Hello. Hi to everybody watching live and on the replay. Don't forget, you guys, if you're watching the replay um, and I'm not actually still live, I don't see your comments to do a reading because I'm not live anymore. Hey, Bean. I need to get into the group in case we have people comment over there. Can't always see the comments. All right, you guys. So, hey, Crystal. I did not pick out anything to talk about today. So if you guys have questions, let me know. And okay, here's the to everybody watching live. There we go. Okay. Now I can see the group comments. Hopefully that stays there. Yeah, sure, Crystal. Not a problem. Get some shuffles in. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, any questions, I did not get anything prepared. So, falling behind on as far as that goes. But for anybody that's local, next weekend, next Saturday, not this coming, not tomorrow, but next Saturday, we're going to be in Greensboro at summer solstice. I think it's in Lindley Park. I think that's how you say that. But if you just Google, hey Keisha, yeah, sure. If you Google summer solstice Greensboro, you'll find everything you need to know. But we will be there. So come check us out. Stop by and say hi. We're getting ready for that and looking forward to it. So it should be a good time. I think they have like 2 stages with a bunch of performers. They're going to do a like fire finale show at night. Once everybody's done selling and all that. So, but it starts at 2. So I think it's from like 2 to 8 will be selling, and then I think they do the fire show at like 8:30 or 9 or something. I can't remember. Sorry, you guys. He is on the way home. He had to work late, so he's texting me, and I'm like, I'm live. Hello. So come out to Greensboro. Come see us. Say hi. I'll be doing card readings. We'll have all the merchandise up and for sale. So come hang out. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the card pull. Don't forget, if you guys have questions, anything you want to talk about, just let me know, and we can do that. Oh, I just realized he kicked me out of the group. So, okay. Now I'm back in the group. You can see those comments. All right. Up first, we've got Crystal. Okay, Crystal, here we go. All right, Crystal. Fairies of the future. So really start to focus forward, release the past, start really thinking about what you want to create in the future, because if it feels like you need to get a little bit clearer on what your desires are, what your goals are, what you want to manifest, so that you can start focusing forward and working on those. It's going to give you a little bit more sense of direction, and it's also going to help the divine to be able to work with you in manifesting what it is that you want. So really start focusing on that, on the desires, what it is that you want in the future. Um, because once you can kind of get clear on what it is that you want, then you can start making those action steps in the present. Um, but just make sure that you're releasing the past, that you're not holding on from anything from the past. So if the past has been coming up for you, um, creeping up in your mind or anything like that, try to let that go because it's not doing you any good. I am freezing, you guys. I'm so cold right now. But yeah, really start to just focus forward. Don't let yourself get distracted either. Like, don't let yourself get sidelines and like pulled away from your desires, Crystal. Really try to focus forward. Okay. I hope that was helpful. All right. Up next is Keisha. All right, Keisha, here we go. All right, Keisha. Communication. Okay. Communication is really, really important. So you gotta open up and talk. Um, ask for what you want is what I'm being told. You gotta ask. You gotta ask for what you want. Um, people can't read your mind. Speak up for yourself is also what I'm getting, Keisha. But really speak up for yourself. Ask for what it is that you want. Try to be very clear and precise. Okay, like don't try to be just really clear with your speech. Like don't talk in circles, don't beat around the bush. You've got to be very straightforward and direct, and you've got to communicate very clearly and with what it is that you desire, what you want, what you need, and really speak up for yourself. You've got to be straightforward. That's what's really needed right now. And I would also advise Keisha to talk to the divine and communicate with the divine and let them know what it is that you want, what you're working on, what your desires are. Really try to be clear when communicating with the divine also. But whatever's going on, you really just got to be an advocate for yourself. That's kind of what I'm getting. So I hope that that is helpful. Oh, you're welcome, Crystal. Hey, Fallen Angel. Yes, you are next. Keisha, I hope that was helpful. Hello, Black Magnolia on YouTube. Thanks for joining. Hey, Debbie and Glenn. Yeah, you can certainly get a card. You're welcome, Keisha. I hope that was helpful to you. All right, Fallen Angel, you're up next. I feel like I need to do another shuffle. All right. Oh, sorry, you guys. I'm so cold. I turned the fan off, but oh. All right, Fallen Angel, here we go. All right, Fallen Angel, the mental discipline is what's needed. Um, really being this is odd. Being deliberate with your thoughts. Um, but it's really about being in control of your mind, being in control of your thoughts, but deliberate with your thinking. I don't know how you do that exactly, but that's that's what dropped in was being deliberate with your thoughts, like being very decisive and um, pay really close attention to what your mind's doing, fallen angel, and make sure if you don't like your thoughts, change it. If you don't like the direction that your mind is headed, change it, right? Like you have to do that practice of saying, stop, no, I'm not going to think that anymore. Um, and then, changing the thought, picking a new thought, making sure that your thoughts are intentional. I don't know why they keep saying that. Deliberate and intentional thinking. Like, make sure that you are doing it. Almost feels like you should be doing a lot of affirmations, really positive affirmations. And like anytime you find your mind going into that place that you don't want it to go, like replace it with that positive affirmation. But they're saying be very deliberate and intentional with your thoughts. Fallen angel, you might be one of those as well that really manifests with your thoughts very easily. So if you think it, it happens. If you've noticed that that's true for you, that might be why they're saying be very intentional with what you're thinking, because whatever you're thinking, you're creating. So that would make sense as well as to why they're using those words, because I'm not sure why they're saying deliberate and intentional with your thinking, but with your thoughts. But hopefully that makes some kind of sense, fallen angel. Please let me know if that's something that's going on with you or if that makes sense. Uh, I've never had that drop in before, so that was a new one on me. Sorry, you guys. My nose is running because I'm so cold. Okay. Brr, freezing. All right. Let's see. Up next, we have Debbie and Glenn. Um, Black Magnolia, if you would like me to pull a card for you on YouTube, please just let me know. I'll be more than happy to. Some people just get on and say hi and like to watch, and they don't want a card pulled. So I only pull a card if you ask for it. So just so you know that. I don't want you to feel like I'm skipping you. I'm not. You just have to let me know if you want one. And if not, that's fine. Thanks for being here and hanging out. Again, you guys, if you have anything that you want to talk about, any questions that you have, I didn't plan anything tonight. So I'm falling down on the job just a little bit. So I don't have an herb or a crystal picked out. I don't have a topic to talk about. So if there's any questions that you guys have, anything on your mind, anything um, maybe you want some clarity on, just ask. And if you want to ask, something that maybe you want some just intuitive psychic insight on, I'm fine with that. If you're fine with having, your stuff put out there, I'm okay with that too. Oh, good. Fallen Angel said it makes sense. When you asked what topics we wanted to discuss, I was thinking about asking how to make my feelings of impending doom go away. Oh, I keep feeling like something bad is going to happen. My intuition and third eye is working overtime lately. Ooh. Wanted to ask if I'm the only one feeling this way and how I can make it go away. It's so exhausting. Um, Actually, yes, we can definitely talk about that. And yeah, it does make sense then as to why that came up. Like you have to change your thinking. You have to change the thought patterns, and that will be the thing that starts to shift that doom and gloom of getting out of that mindset. Um, Actually, some other cards just popped in my head that are they're fun cards. Let me do the card really quick for Debbie and Glenn, and then I'm going to grab these other cards, and we'll talk about some of that. Okay. All right. Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so glad. Fallen Angel said, yes, your reading really hit home before I even spoke. Wow. Yeah. That happens sometimes. It's really cool when it happens. Okay. Debbie and Glenn, here we go. All right, Debbie. Joy, 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 and happiness. Uh, Love. Let it in. Just let it in. Let the joy in. There's joy surrounding you, Debbie, and happiness. Take a pause, Debbie, and count your blessings and really try to feel into the gratitude of what is around you right now. Try to really find things that you can be grateful for and really try to feel into that vibration of gratitude. Um, and if you can do that, like really tap into being grateful for these things, that will start to open up and shift and allow that joy and happiness to come in. So you can start with gratitude, and just open up your heart center and let that gratitude expand in your heart center, Debbie. And then from there, um, if you'll stay open, you'll feel love and the joy and the happiness come in. But there are good things here for you, good things coming up for you that are going to make you feel very joyful and happy. So it's definitely it's time for you to be joyful, happy, enjoy your life, love your life, and let the happiness and the joy in. All right, Debbie, that's what I have. I hope that makes sense and is helpful. Okay, so the doom and gloom feelings. That's it's interesting that that has come up, um, especially with the intuition and the third eye working overtime. Hi, Jeanette. Thanks for joining. Um, so I have found that this past Mercury retrograde really hit a lot of people very hard, and a lot of people had very low energy, almost like a disconnect feeling. Um, And it's weird because I've been feeling that too. And that's not to say that the intuition, third eye, psychic abilities, all that, just because your energy might be low and you might feel disconnected and cut off doesn't mean your gifts go away, right? So I've been feeling some of that as well, like just like disconnected, low energy. I've been like had some sickness in the past month, that I've been battling different things. But it didn't stop the intuition, the third eye, and the psychic stuff from working. All of that still works. Um, but if you're worried about the it doesn't seem like nothing came up, right? Like there's nothing wrong, there's nothing bad. And you're not the only one feeling it. So I was feeling it too. So I actually called my mom yesterday and I was like, Mom, I need a reading. And I didn't tell her what my question was, just like, I don't know what your guys' questions are, when you come on and ask for cards, right? And she was like, well, what do you want me to do? And I was like, whatever you feel like doing, right? Whatever you're drawn to do. Um, Debbie said, yes, beautiful reminder. Thank you, Whitney. You're so very welcome, Debbie. I'm so glad that was helpful. Um, but so my mom, I told my mom, like, do whatever you feel like doing, right? And she's like, I just feel like pulling 5 cards. And I was like, okay, whatever. So there was no particular spread or anything like that. She just pulled 5 cards. And the reading was super positive, like overly positive. It was all like happiness, joy, success, uh, you know, hard work, paying off, and good things coming, and uh manifesting, and abundance and fertility and marriage, and like all these really good things. So eh, all 5 cards were super positive, and I was like, wow, Mom, that's a great reading, but it does not ask my question. It doesn't answer my question. And she was like, well, what's your question? And I was like, what's wrong? Because I feel that same energy that I think everybody's kind of feeling that's going around. Um, so just like your reading, Fallen Angel, where, what the impending doom and gloom, right? Like nothing came up. Nothing negative came up for you. Nothing negative came up for me. It's just this energy that is lingering and hanging around and it's got to go. So I'm actually glad that you asked that question because it's in the mind. It's all in the mind. And getting your mind in gear and on track and in the right place. Um, and just saying no to the thoughts that you don't want, the thoughts that are of the doom and gloom, of the sadness, or just feeling down, or depressed, or you know like something's off. Even like I have felt that, so I don't think you're the only one. I think a lot of people have felt it. When I did the live readings on Monday, there was an astounding number of people that were on Monday. I did a lot of readings, but it was like everybody was feeling that same energy too. They were all feeling that so much of this just weird off energy that's going on right now. So the only thing that I can think of is the Mercury retrograde that we were just in. Um, Mercury went direct a week ago, so last Friday. So we're in the post shadow period now, and we've got another week of that. So we're in the post shadow. There's a pre and post shadow to Mercury retrograde. So we've got about another week. And I'm hoping after by next Friday that, by the time we hit summer solstice on the 21st, um, that things will be better. So definitely, I'm hoping that we get that shift before next Saturday, where we're going to be out at the event. So, but yeah, so everybody try to hang in for another week. Just hang in there, hang on, and hopefully, come next Friday, we all feel a lot better and different. Um, oh, it's also a physical feeling in my stomach, like go away. Okay, yeah, you're not the only one because to be honest, like there's so much weird stuff going on right now. Like I don't even want to be home anymore. If I'm home alone, I don't want to be here anymore. And like this used to be like being home alone was my time to get stuff done, right? When my daughter's with my grandma, so she's being watched and uh my fiance is at work, and I'm here and I'm doing what I do, creating products, doing the videos, doing readings, doing different things. And I haven't wanted to be here and I haven't wanted to do it. Like I want to leave. Like I don't want to, I physically don't want to be in my house. And it was weird because I honestly didn't even want to come on tonight. So you're not the only person feeling that. And I love spending time on the live with you guys. Like I messaged my fiance messaged and he's like, I just got done, I'm headed home. And I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to go live. I just don't want to. And he's like, that's not you. And I'm like, I know, because I love being here with you guys. So the struggle is real. And you guys are not the only one feeling it. Like I said on Monday, there were so many other people. Like, I don't like to be in my office anymore. If you guys could see the mess in here from the last event, I'm actually really looking forward to this next event because everything is going to be moved out. And then when it comes back, everything is going to go up where it's supposed to go. And I think that's going to help a lot because that clutter is, I just can't deal with clutter energy. It just is so draining. It just zaps me. And that is my office right now. If I also turn the camera around, you guys would be like, wow, that's a lot of stuff. But everything's in boxes and crates and bags, and it's on its way out, getting ready to go to this next event. So I'm trying to hang on for another week, even with battling the Mercury retrograde. Hey, Erin. So yes, fun times. But the cards I mentioned, I want to pull these because they're fun. These are the ones that just dropped in my head when I was reading your question or your comment, Fallen Angel. It is the Witchlings. They're so cute. So that's by Paulina Cassidy. And they're just like really positive, magical mindset cards. Like, I don't even know that you would necessarily use them so much for like divination purposes. I guess you could. I've tried it a couple of times. You don't get a whole lot of really specific, great answers. Of course, reading yourself is hard. I'm getting better with it, but it's definitely hard. So, like, here's one. What I was just talking about, you guys. So funny. Yeah, I love these. Okay, so here's the one I just pulled that's on top. Cleansing, which is funny. I saged my entire house. I smoked out my house. So much smoke, you guys. At one point I was on the phone with my sister and I was like, I can't breathe. I have to go outside. And I got home this evening and my house still smells. Um, yeah, even though I left the kitchen window open. While I was gone. But yeah, it was like the smoke was rolling out of my doors and windows. So, yes, I staged my entire house. I got a very thorough staging along with that. Um, but like I was just talking about the mess in my office, so cleansing, so it's so funny. But then it's got the little message at the bottom. Energy cleansing creates a healthy and harmonious space in which to thrive. So, and she's so cute. Are these not adorable? I love these. So if anybody's looking for some just fun, light, easy cards to play with, these are great ones. They really are. I actually really love these. And they've kind of been calling to me off and on for over a year. And just now on this live, Fallen Angel, thank you. I have actually picked them up. But they're cute. So here's the back. And then and then they're all like different little I keep talking about doing deck reviews, you guys. If you would be interested in I have bukus of decks. If you would ever be interested in deck reviews and just seeing the cards that I do have and how they work and what they look like, let me know and I can start doing some videos and posting those for you guys. But like this one, rejuvenation, like so cute. Rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit with a fresh and renewed approach to life. And then it does come with a book as well. And it's actually a pretty thick book. Um, so like if we go to let's see, these are just alphabetical in here. Um, just to give you guys an idea in case it's something that you're interested in. So here's the cleansing. Okay, and then it's got this whole like thing. And then it's got, look, there's ocean cleanse, and that gives you a like a visualization, a little charm. I release all that limits me. May the waters of life set my spirit free. Like, how cute is that? I think it's so cute. Okay, so then we turn the page. That's not it. So then we turn the page, and there's more. Um, so there's the energy clearing with the sage bundle and the fan or feather. This is my living space, and I'm making it a living space place. Um, and then here's a cleansing bath, and it gives you a ritual for it. So there's a lot in this book, actually. Um, okay, and there's another page. So I turn the page again, and there's turquoise and sea salt home purification spell. So that was all for cleansing, you guys. There was like multiple pages for cleansing. And then it moved on to communication. So it's actually a really cute deck. So just one more time, in case you guys want to write it down or are interested in it, it's Witchlings deck and book set, and it is by Paulina Cassidy. Maybe if I hold it right here. There we go. But it's super cute. They just have they're fun, right? Like it would be a really fun one to pull in the morning, just to set an intention for the day of something positive to focus on, and that would help um, get us out of that weird energy and mind games that it feels like has been going on. The mind has been feeling like it's been challenging here recently, so I'm glad that you mentioned that because it made it just like here's patience. Just giving you guys some ideas. Happiness. There's happiness. We were just talking about it. If happiness is what you want, then happy you shall be. Like, how cute is that? And then again, in the book, it's gonna have like a bunch of little charms and rituals that you can do. Um, so a lot of fun. Wellness. Um, but it'd be a great way to start the day. So actually, I think I'm gonna leave these out, and I'm gonna do that. Because I'm sure that's why they came to mind, right? Let's see. Aaron said, I was wondering if you can pull a card in relation to my career. Yeah, sure. Long story short, I've had IT issues over a week and worked haven't worked and being paid for it. The manager said I might have to give up my job, and there's a job I want through Ulta Beauty that I'm barely next to not qualified for, and I was wondering if there's a possibility I could get it. Okay. Yeah. We will see what comes through with one card. I feel like that could be like a full on reading, but let me do a couple shuffles, Aaron, and we will see what comes up. Aaron, this just dropped in. Have you done your magic? Have you done your magic to help with the current problems? Because, of course, if you're having IT issues, don't forget, cries. No happy. No. Yeah. So, again, we're in the post shadow of Mercury retrograde. So, in a week, we will be out of that. Things should get better. Um, oh, right, right. Been busy with the move. That makes sense. Um, Try to do some spell work that things can improve. Because I don't want, I mean, I never advise leaving a job unless you know you've got something else lined up. That's just practical life, right? Like I would never leave a job until I had something else lined up. Um, so that being said, I would say definitely go and apply for the Ulta beauty job. If that's what you're wanting, I would say go apply for it, but definitely don't leave your current job, until you're going to find out if you get it or not. But I understand what you're saying about the IT problems and what the manager is saying. So definitely hey Robin, hey. Yeah, for sure. Um do some magic, Aaron, around getting that better. Draw that Mercury symbol and pull in more Mercury energy and see if that doesn't help with the IT issues. Like, even if it's just getting just like a post-it note and drawing a blue post-it note or whatever post-it note color you've got and drawing with a blue uh, pencil or whatever. Actually looking at my post-it note, forgot what I wrote on it. The Mercury symbol, and and like put it all over your stuff, right? Like put it on the computer, put it on your desk, put it on your router, whatever, like to pull in more of that Mercury energy to help get you through the rest of this next week. Um, and go check out the Mercury retrograde spell that's under the spells playlist here on YouTube. Um, and that might help give you some ideas. But and then just general spell work, asking for help with the current job situation. And then of course don't forget to do your spell work for the new job if it's something that you're really wanting. um, Whether you're qualified or not, it never hurts to do the magic and see what happens. So definitely give that a go, Aaron. And but yes, I will pull a card. Okay. So now that I've said everything that dropped in my head of did you do the magic? So do the magic. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, Aaron. Yes, absolutely. She was all over that. And she's saying you have the knowledge. So don't doubt yourself. Okay. You've got knowledge, you've got wisdom, you know what to do. Um, I think she's saying, first off, don't downplay yourself, don't downgrade yourself on, feeling like not qualified or whatever. Like you're smart. Give yourself credit. Okay. Give yourself more credit than you do. Um, you're smart, you're talented, you're strong, you're powerful, right? So you already know. Do the magic and go for what you want. Like and you know how to co-create with the divine. You know how to ask for what you need. Do the meditations, do the spell work, do the journaling, connect. You'll get those guidance and action steps to know exactly what to do. Um, but boost yourself up, right? Like if you're going to do the interview, do a confidence spell, uh, do a successful interview spell, all those things, all those things. Boost yourself up, and you know what to do. You already know. So I mean, and I don't know, maybe you could swing both, right? Like who knows? Um, but yeah, I would. Oh, Aaron, this just dropped in. What did you do with the time? What did you do with the time you were given? where you weren't able to work but were getting paid. So pay attention to how you're using your time, um, and make sure you're doing your magic. Yeah, yeah, like the time that you weren't able to work. What'd you do? It's for you. It's just a personal question for you to think about. Like that's between you and Goddess. She's like dropped that end. Oh, it's sleeping. Right, right. Yeah. So, I mean, but you were able to do, if you were able to do good things and be, constructive, and maybe it was a blessing in disguise. We never know what all is a blessing in disguise. So, definitely I would say sit in meditation, sit with Goddess, spend some time and do your spell work. Put that Mercury symbol all up and around. Um, what was I supposed to get from the question? I don't know. I don't know specifically what you're supposed to get from the question. Just think about it. Like, is there something, is there gratitude for the time that you got to be able to do things? Is there more time that you could spend in meditation or uh doing the spell work? I don't know. I don't know. It's just what it dropped in, so I said it. It's kind of one of those you think it, do it, because that's your intuition talking. So it dropped in, so I said it. It just ran through my mind, so I said it. Um, but it's like that was a question between you and her. Was it a gift that she gave you? And maybe things are going to be fine, and there's no need to worry. Oh no, 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 no! Don't feel ashamed at all. No, 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 no. No, that's just between you and her. Nothing to do with me. No, no judgment. It might have been a gift. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. I was like, I don't. No, she might have been giving you a gift, and maybe you're missing the point. I don't know, but yeah, put that Mercury stuff everywhere. Do your spell work and see what happens. I feel like everything's gonna be fine, Aaron. I don't feel like anything bad. I don't feel anything. It feels like everything's fine. Everything will be fine. I think you needed time to get settled in. Honestly, what it feels like. It feels like you just needed time to get settled in and have a little bit of stress taken off. And so now it's just like, just move forward, stay positive, and do you know what to do what you need to do, and don't worry. Definitely don't worry because that always puts the wrong energy out. Yeah, you needed the rest. So you got the time and opportunity to do that. So I think it's all good. So I think don't worry. Just do what you need to do what you know you need to do, and don't worry about it. Know you are blessed and loved and provided for, and just be grateful and move on. Keep moving forward. Yeah, no, no. Anytime you get that panicky feeling, you already know. Anytime you have that anxiety, um, fear, worry, and guys, I'm human. I do it too. So please know that this is zero judgment at all because I do it all the time. Anybody who knows me knows this is true. But if you are in that anxiety, that panic, that fear, that worry, you're messing up. You're already messing up because that's not the state of being in which we are supposed to live. And it is a sign to us. It's a messenger. That's all that is. It's a messenger saying, you have the power to do something, whether it be sit down and meditate, do your spell work, do your prayer work. Prayer is extremely powerful. I don't care who you're praying to because there's no judgment here on that. But I know for a guaranteed fact that prayer is powerful. Um, so if you're going into any of that kind of feeling or thoughts, it's a sign, it's a message saying, um, stop, stop. Don't do that to your mind. Don't do that to your body. Don't stress yourself out like that. It is your sign. It's your warning sign saying stop. There, you are letting yourself get out of control, and all you have to do is surrender and surrender what you are feeling. Surrender what is going on to the divine in whatever way, shape, or form that is for you. Whether it's meditation, journaling, prayer, um, spell work, ritual, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is for you. Um, some people going out and gardening is their meditation time. That's their connection um, to the divine. Is working in the earth and giving back that love to Mother Nature, right? So it can look a million different ways, but sitting and worrying and letting yourself go into those different states where it just totally messes with your body and your mind and your emotions, and the chemistry. It messes with the chemicals that your brain starts to produce, the hormones going through your body. Then your whole body has this whole, it now has to figure out how to get rid of all these excess hormones and adrenaline that you've released from all this fear. And so it's like, it's a whole thing, you guys. And all you got to do is stop. And if you can stop and hit the pause and get to that reset place within you where you're connected to the divine and you know everything always works out. It always works out, right? Like, at least in my life, has it been tough? Have I had struggle? Absolutely. I think we all have. But did my fear and my worry and the stress do anything to fix anything? No. It fixed itself. I mean, yeah, things changed. Maybe I didn't like how they changed. There's always a bigger, grander plan that we can't see, that we can't understand until it all happens. And then we can connect those dots and be like, huh, I was being looked out for the entire time. I just had no idea. So I totally get it. We all do it. Um, but if we can try to make it a practice to remember when we go into those states, like switch it, like click, like get something to go, aha, click. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go do what I know I need to do instead. I'm going to take my power back in whatever the situation is. And your power is going to the divine, whether that's prayer, meditation, ritual. Again, it doesn't matter. But that is your power, is doing that and releasing, getting your mind and your body into that relaxed state where you are releasing that stuff from your system, and then you're able to truly manifest and bring in that positive energy that you need, and that gets projected out. Things happen, things work out, everything is so much smoother, and you're not stressing your body out, you're not stressing your mind and your emotions out. But we all do it. I do it all the time. I still do it. We all do it, but it's just a practice. You just have to, over time, like the more you consciously are aware of what you're doing and what your thoughts are in the moment, the better able you are to shift, to stop, to make a choice, to choose to do something different. That's like when I start to get off, my fiance is like, go meditate. You know what to do. Go do it. Like, go do your spell work, go meditate, go do your magic, go do something. So I forget, and I'm blessed that I have him to remind me. Um, and so hopefully I can be here to help remind you guys to not do that to yourself, because you're not alone and you do have power. So, oh, thank you, Belinda, and thank you for being here. Um, Appreciate that. So, okay, back to the cards. All right, I think up next was Robin. All right, Robin, let's pull some card. I'll pull a card. Anybody else here that would like a card? Please just let me know. I'll be glad to pull one for you. You're so welcome, Erin, and thank you. Thank you for bringing all that up and like helping it come to light and to my mind to be able to share. Because I needed that reminder as well. Um, And just like, see, this is why I love sometimes not having topics or anything because it gives you guys the opportunity to just talk about whatever's going on with you guys that you want to know more about. So we've had a bunch of great conversations already with Fallen Angel and now Aaron. So we will keep going and see what comes up. Um, oh goodness! All right, Belinda. Yeah, definitely. Aaron said wasn't intentional, but you're welcome. See, I love when stuff like this happens. All right, let me do one more shuffle. And let's see. All right, Robin, here we go. All right, Robin, let's see. All right, Robin, get creative. So, let's see, Robin, open up, get a little bit more creative in your thinking. So we've covered a little bit of creative thinking today. Hey, Michelle, sure. Um, of ways to get a little bit more creative in your mind. And really, Robin, that's what it feels like. So becoming aware of the thoughts that you don't like, setting a really positive intention in the morning. I'll just share it one more time, you guys, that these cards, I think they would be great to have for setting your morning with a magical mindset. So it's Witchlings, and it's by Paula Cassidy. And it's they're fun little cards. They give you just to I'll just pull really quick. Like here's one that says wisdom. Inner wisdom nurtures the skills necessary to see through all possibilities. Yeah. So that's kind of like what we just talked about, right? Like being able to see um, all the possibilities. But having some kind of something to help you. This is the cards and the book, and when you get the card, there's like a bunch of little rituals and stuff inside with the book. Um, but so having something that helps you set a positive intention for the day, that you can focus on, um, going into that meditation, that prayer state, or doing your magic, whatever it may be, uh, whenever you feel yourself start to worry. But yeah, Robin, the get creative. So if you're looking at what's going on around you, just try to get a little bit more open and creative with your thinking, right? Like if whatever you've tried is not working, try something else. Okay, get more creative, think outside the box. Um, it might also be beneficial, Robin, to do something crafty and creative. Have a little bit of fun. Just do something fun for you. Or maybe do something fun with your grandbaby, right? Um, do some finger paints or get something that you like to do if you like to paint. Or whatever it is that you do. Some people do beading, they make jewelry, some people paint, some people write, some people draw, some people play music. Um, whatever, something crafty that you can do. But just trying to get more creative with your thoughts, with your mind. Get creative with your routine, Robin. Try changing up your routine a little bit too. Add in fun and play. I will get it out eventually. Um, it feels like that might help. Like, what if we all just scheduled in our day like 10-15 minutes of doing something fun? Just like we schedule in, a doctor's appointment or going to the grocery store, which I did earlier. Even though I didn't want to, I did it. Um, right? Like if we start like planning in just fun time. So like if people are like, "Oh, hey, do you want to go do?" No, actually, I've got this coming up. I got to go like paint in 30 minutes, right? Like start doing something fun, but get a little bit more creative, Robin, and try to shift up your routine, change it up, do something fun. And you guys, oh, another thing, these these are on these cards are on Pinterest. Just FYI. Um, I will post them. So the witch source is on Pinterest in case anybody didn't know that. The Witch Source is on Pinterest. There's not a whole lot on there. It was a project that Pamela had taken on to begin with, and I have not picked it back up a whole lot since she passed. We're coming up on a year. But we are on Pinterest, and I have all of these little cards saved. So you guys can go look at them. I will move them from my personal Pinterest to the Witch Source Pinterest. That way you guys can see them. There might not be all of them, but then you guys could like pick one a day just from Pinterest. You know, save the picture, print it off, whatever you want to do. Set it on your phone as a reminder. Um, that could be something fun. It's actually a good idea. I think I will do that. Actually. I'm picking a different card. So I know, Erin. I know. I miss her too. Um, and that's one of the reasons I kind of haven't been back over to the Pinterest because it was like her baby. She was like making it a whole thing. Um, and I just haven't really been picked it back up. I've added some things here and there, but I haven't really done. It was going to be like this whole organized, beautiful thing that she was going to do, and I know what she had in her mind planned. So maybe one day I'll get to it. But yeah, I'll go put those cards over there so you guys can have them. But they are on Pinterest. You might could even just go on Pinterest and type in Paulina Cassidy, and you might be able to find her that way. But they're such fun little cards. All right, let's see. Up next, we've got Belinda and then Michelle. Oh, you're so welcome, Robin. I'm glad it was helpful. All right. All right, Belinda, here we go. That dropped right in there fast, Belinda. All right, a little bit longer, Belinda, and you're going to be moving up and out of this darkness and into the light. Okay, so just hang on a little bit longer. You will be feeling better. You're going to be okay. Okay, Belinda, it's going to get better. So, we had COVID here back in January, and I hate that you're going through it a second time. Um, I know it was really hard for us. I know I got really scared. So just like I talked about, you're not supposed to do that. I totally did it. Um, I did. I got really scared and was really fearful for, um, my fiance and my child, especially, and for myself. And it seemed like it took me a lot longer to recover than everybody else. Like it took weeks longer for me to recover, but mentally, even Belinda, I know mentally for me, I got really depressed and really struggled coming up and out of the COVID. So I feel you, I get you, I understand, but the message here is that you're going to be okay. All right? You won't be in this darkness much longer. You are going to come up and out of this, okay? So please hold on and hang in there, okay? Um so just so you know, you're going to get better, okay? You got help. They're going to come lift you up and out. Of the darkness. So do some prayer work, Belinda. If you're magical at all, do some spell work, do some ritual. If not, that's fine. Try meditating. Try listening to some really positive music on YouTube. Um, there is this guy on YouTube. I really like him. I want to say his name is Spiritual Waters. It's something Waters. Does anybody listen to that guy? Uh, he does a lot of spiritual meditations and talks. Something Waters. I think I can't remember. I'm so sorry. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Um, but he does a lot of really good meditations. I really, really like some of his work. Actually, if I go this way, I can find it because I have some of his meditation music saved, so that I can listen to it when I go to meditate. But I really think it will help because it'll help you raise your vibration, and it will help to give you that healing energy. And just visualize, Belinda, that heal infinite waters. That's the guy on YouTube. I really like this particular one. It's the 528 hertz third eye activation. Um, it's that one right there at the top. I have a mirror screen, so it's probably going to be hard to see, but Infinite Waters, diving deep, that third eye activation. I really enjoyed that particular meditation music. I feel like I don't know, it just is really uplifting. But see if that helps, Belinda, and do your prayer work, your meditation work if you can, and see if that doesn't make you feel better faster. But you are going to be okay. All right. I just want you to know that that message is very clear. You're going to be okay. All right. All right, Belinda. I hope that was helpful to you. And I really hope that you feel better soon. Sending you so much love and light. That COVID mess is rough. So I feel ya. Okay. Looks like up next we have Michelle. Hello, Rosario. How are you? Thank you for joining. Um, Fallen Angel asked, "What deck are you using?" If you don't mind me asking, yeah, it's the Fairies Oracle by Brian Froud. If anybody out there has cards but no book, I have 2 books. So if you'll pay shipping, I will give you the book for free. So I have 2 books, extra books that I do not need. Technically, I have 4 extra books that I don't need. So if anybody needs a book, let me know. But it's the Fairies Oracle um, by Brian Froud and Jessica Macbeth. So Brian Froud did all the artwork. He did him and his wife Wendy Froud did the Muppets and stuff for like the Labyrinth, the Dark Crystal, and some of those. But Brian Froud did all the artwork, and then Jessica Macbeth did the cards, the writings. But yeah, and just so in case anybody didn't know, I was actually Brian Froud and Wendy Froud's son Toby Froud that played the little boy in the Labyrinth. Isn't that fun? So just a tidbit of trivia. And actually, Toby Froud now he's all grown up. He's very active over in the UK, and they do like a lot of fairy festivals and fun things. I think he's keeping the Muppets and the movies and all that stuff going. And I think he might have had a hand in the Dark Crystal episodes that they did on Netflix not too long ago. But yeah, if anybody needs the books, just let me know. I have plenty. I will be more than happy to ship them to you. There, that's better. My seat was a little too high. Yeah, Aaron, it's the black guy on YouTube, Infinite Waters. I love him. He's I like listening to him. He's got a really great voice. Um, and I think he's smart. I agree with a lot of what he says, but I really love the meditation music for sure. All right. All right. Michelle is up next. Oh, hey, Justice. Thanks for joining on YouTube. Appreciate it. All right. All right, Michelle, here we go. All right, Michelle, so this card is all about protection, knowing that you're protected. So I don't know if that is something that you're questioning, but this is, it's a very masculine energy card. So it's all about protection, taking action, um, like a lot of energy, physical drive, momentum, um, stability, uh, firm foundations, uh, strength. It's all those masculine qualities, right? Like really being taken care of, provided for, protected. Um, but that's what this card's all about, Michelle. So I don't know if you had an actual question or if you're just leaving it open, but it really feels like you're strong, you've got strength, you've got a lot of support around you, you're very protected. Um, and okay, yeah, so you have what you need. Um, and you're not alone in that. Okay. So there's a lot of support again, um, strength, stability, like you're providing all of that for her. It's what it feels like. Um, and keep doing what you're doing. Okay. Just keep doing what you're doing. And it feels like you're going to be rewarded in some way once everything is all said and done. It feels like you're going to be rewarded in some way. But when you feel like you need more strength, pull in that divine masculine energy, right? If you feel like you need more strength, you need more help, you need more assistance, um, you know, call on that God energy, pull in that divine masculine energy and ask for that assistance, okay? And it will come to you. The strength that you need, the support that you need, the upliftment that you need, um all of that will be there, okay? So just keep doing what you're doing, keep going, and know you're not alone. Um you're very much surrounded and protected. Okay, all is well with you. So when you need that boost, just ask for it because it's right there waiting. You got so much support around you just waiting to help give you that strength. um but yeah, you're being watched out for, you're being taken care of, and it really just feels like good things are going to come on the other side. There's going to be some kind of a reward. It's what I'm getting. Like they just keep saying it's going to be rewarding. There's going to be a reward to it in some fashion on once once she does make that transition. I don't feel like that transition is close. I don't feel like that's anytime soon. Um, it just doesn't feel like that's anytime soon. But it's like when you need that extra boost and you need that strength, ask for it and it will be given to you. So I think it's also saying that if you've been struggling, or maybe having a rough time or feel alone, I think it's just an acknowledgement of that and letting you know that you're not, and that you can they know how you feel, and the divine knows how you feel, and they want to help you and help support you in what you're doing and in how you are supporting others. Okay, you're so very welcome. Oh, good, good. Good. I'm so glad. You're so very welcome. Yeah, it's like that you've been heard. They see you, they feel you, you're being acknowledged, and you do have that support and that backing. You just have to ask for it. Just have to ask. They are glad to offer it. You just have to ask. I know people get hung up like, "Oh, I shouldn't ask for that because it's petty or it's not important or it's silly to ask for that, to bother the divine with, whatever." Like, no, never feel that way. The divine is so huge, so everywhere all the time. There is no task too big or too small. They want to help with everything. They just want us to ask. So again, there's nothing too big or too small. So that's why I say ask for help 50 times a day. It doesn't matter like how much you ask for help. I think the more help you ask for, I think it's probably a good habit to ask for divine support and assistance all throughout the day, every single day. Because think about it, what better way to live than to constantly have that divine energy around you all the time? Like for them to constantly be around you, helping you, uplifting you, making you feel really positive. And all you have to do is ask. Just ask all day, every day. It doesn't matter how big or small the task is. Just ask. Um, and they're there. They're helping, they're supporting, and they're following you. You guys, let me know if this new banner thing is really annoying because I feel like it's starting to get annoying. I didn't even know we could do this, and I found it, and it, like, says all the stuff that I always forget to say down there at the bottom, so I was like, "Oh, this is cool, I'll just do this," but if it's annoying, you guys, just let me know, I'll take it down. Um, but yeah, just make sure anybody can ask for help all the time. I mean, it's actually a really great way to just keep that divine energy around you. So, uh, there's that. I probably need to do more of it. Okay. I think we have gotten through everybody who's asked for a reading. Um, so just to recap, you guys, and then I'm going to hop off of here because we're at an hour and 5 minutes. So a recap on what we talked about. Everybody's been feeling this rough energy recently. You are not alone in that. Everybody's kind of had some rocky times right now with this Mercury retrograde. Um, no, we've got about a week left to go of the post shadow. So by next Friday, hopefully the air will clear. This energy fog, whatever is going on, will clear out and will be gone, and we'll all start to feel a little bit better and back to energized and connected and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So just hold on a little bit longer. You are not alone by any means. Always, always, always take any fear, doubt, worry, stress, anxiety, take it to spirit, take it to the divine. Uh, do your meditation, do your prayer work, release it, let it go, ask for help and assistance. Um, do your magic. Right? And always ask the divine for help. And we talked about these fun little cards. So one last time, they're Witchlings by Paula Cassidy. And this would be just a good one to pull like one in the morning, just to have a really positive, uplifting message. She puts little rituals and spells in the booklet that are kind of fun that you can do. And it's just like fun. Like this one says patience. Nurture the seeds of patience and reap the rewards of personal achievement. So they're just fun little cards that you could maybe pull in the morning. Enthusiasm. Life is always brighter when you wake up each day with the spirit of enthusiasm. And then don't forget, she's got like this book is jam packed of information about the card, and then she does like 2 or 3 little rituals to help you tap into the energy of the card. So that's something fun. Get creative. And I think that was everything we talked about today. Oh, Erin said, actually, I want to ask, what are the points to spell jars and bottles and such, and why do we do it? I couldn't find much online about it. Yeah, so I am working on, I actually, so I had this fabulous idea one day. We do these spell jars, right? And so I had the bright idea of why don't we sell candles in jars where you turn around and use that jar for you know your spell jar to make your spell jars. So I actually have the candles already poured for a money jar spell and a happy home and hearth jar spell. So the candles are already poured. I just have not finished putting all of the packets of ingredients together to make the jar spells. Um, so I say all that to say they're not even ready for sale yet. One day I will get to them and get them ready when we are fully out of this retrograde energy. Uh, they'll be ready to go. But so I did also do my research um, on these, and that's when I realized one, nobody sold an actual kit, like a spell jar kit that had a candle included that was already like a magic candle with the intention matching what all the spell jars for, right? So you burn your candle, you're already setting the intentions, and then you keep that same jar and it's your jar spell. So jar spells are awesome, actually, Erin, because what you do is you can do it a number of ways, right? Like you can create your own jar spell by like these are doing. I've got the candles poured and then I pull herbs, uh, oils, um, let's see, charms, crystals. I pull everything together to go ahead and put in the jar to make the jar spell, and then I include a extra candle to seal your jar with. Um, like the self-love spell jars that are done, they come with a ribbon and a charm, um, and it comes with a packet full of all your ingredients, right? Like all your spell ingredients. So you don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch of individual stuff to make it. Like it's all provided for you. So you can do it that way by like getting your jar and saying, okay, I want this jar to be about money. Okay. It's going to be a money jar spell. So if you can put actual money in it. You can look up different herbs, oils, crystals that you would use, and you put all that in there, and you take it into a ritual, right? So you're still going to like probably light a green candle, like a tea light or a chime candle, or one of our fabulous beeswax candles, uh, which I like them because they burn fairly fast. Depending on, I have had them go for like 2 hours though, so it really just depends on what kind of magic you're doing. And I've had 'em go and like be done in 20 minutes. So it really depends on the magic and what you're putting into it. But um, so you'll still take it into your ritual. You'll come up with your little chant, or whatever. You'll put it, uh, you know, however you do your spells, right? Like if you use an altar, if it's just a working space that you're using at that time, and like you'll lay out all your ingredients, and uh you'll get in there your space to do your, and you put, okay, so anyway, I don't know that you asked all of that. I'm probably giving too much information, which is what I tend to do anyways. Um, yeah, but why do we do them? It's supposed to hold an intention. What are the jar spells supposed to do? Yes. So you're taking all that energy and the intention that you're setting by getting all your ingredients, and all the intention that you're setting and putting it into the jar. So the whole time that you're creating the jar, you're holding that magical space and setting that intention of money, right? Like pulling in abundance, right? So that would be like what you're doing. And then the whole point of the jar, I'm getting there. The whole point of the jar is to keep it somewhere where you can see it, and it can be that reminder to your subconscious of, you have done this spell work, and it is strong and it is powerful and it is still working. Okay? So, another way you can do a jar spell, which is what I'm about to show you, is you can take all of the remnants from whatever ritual you did and jar them up, which I think, uh, Aaron, I sent you. So when I did the ritual for you, and then I mailed you your jar with all your spell remnants in it. So it's that reminder of, this spell work was done for you, or if you do it yourself, that you did this spell work and it's still there. Are you supposed to bury them? Okay, so it depends on what kind of magic you're doing. So, if you want to bury it, you certainly can. Like some people will do protection spell jars, and so they will put different things into the jar. Sometimes they'll do like a piece of hair from the people that live in the home, or animals, even. Um, some people put urine in the jar. So I've seen a bunch of different ways you can do this. And then, yes, you would bury it next to your front door for protection. So it basically stops anything from coming through your front door, and it protects everybody inside the home, in which you have included like the bits and pieces of. Some people, like if you wanted to do a money jar and then bury the money jar, if you are wanting to bring in like new, something new, you could bury it in the front yard. If it's something that you want long term, like if you want long term wealth and abundance in your home, then you would bury your jar in the backyard. um, but you don't have to bury all of them. So this particular jar, you guys can see, I love it. It actually has all the remnants from a very powerful magical spell that I did, um, as a magical booster. It was super freaking cool, you guys. I did it in the middle of the night, so it was definitely the witching hour. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning before I finished. And I started this particular I did multiple spells, but this particular spell was the second and last one that I did that night. And I started about 1 o'clock on it. And the birds started singing outside at 1 o'clock in the morning. It was the coolest thing ever. Like they were like rejoicing with me. The amount of energy that was around me, um, and running through me and uplifting me was insane. Like you could it was palpable. You could feel the energy in the air, right? And when I went to clean up, I had my god and goddess candle burning, and they actually burned the entire time, which I never had happen before. So um, they burned for hours, and the god spell or the god candle went out as soon as this spell was actually done. When the candles went out from this particular spell, the god candle went out with it. The goddess candle stayed. The goddess candle did not go out until I had finished. Yes, Aaron, you remember me telling you about that. Yes, I sent you the video and the birds, you could hear the birds. Yes, yes, yes. Um, that's the one I'm talking about. That's what this is. So, the goddess candle stayed lit the entire time through cleanup, through journaling. I pulled cards and I journaled after the spell was done, and about everything that I had done. I recorded everything. I recorded the cards, um, and then I was cleaning up, and the goddess candle stayed lit the entire time, which was the coolest freaking thing. It was like another hour past my god candle that I had lit. Um, but I was cleaning up, and something said when I went to get rid of the remnants, right? Because we always have spell remnants left over. And there's actually a post on our website, you guys. If you go to thewitchsource.com and click on Book of Shadows, that's all the blog posts. And there's one on there about spell remnants disposal, like what to do with different types, because it depends on what kind of spell that you're doing, as to what you do with your remnants. But I was cleaning up and I was like, I guess, I didn't really have a feel as to what to do. And then the goddess just said, put it in a jar. So this is literally the wax, the herbs, and the crystals, and the glitter, because I totally like had my candles rolled in glitter as well, because I wanted like that huge power magic boost, right? Because that glitter makes me feel super magical. It's all about what makes you feel magical. Um, so, but yeah, so I put it all in the jar and I kept it. And then I painted the lid, this pretty pearlesque white. It's hard to see. There we go. With glitter. Um, and I'm thinking about gluing maybe some crystals on top, like my spirit quartz, because I had my spirit quartz out there with me that night as well. Um, anyway, and so when I need a magical boost, I shake my jar. So it sits here in my office. It stays with me, because this is where I do most of my magic, because I've got two different altar spaces plus my desk. Um, so I keep it with me. Or if I do stuff outside, I take it outside with me. But anytime I need a magical boost, I shake it. And I can feel it. I can feel the boost of power. I can feel that boost of energy from shaking it. So, like, if you have your money jar and it's like, okay, you need an extra boost of money, go shake your jar. Like, I'm calling in the money. Whatever it is that you need that you've got going on, you can shake it, but you keep it around as that reminder, right? So, my magical booster, which I am working on, that was the other one. Okay, so I do have the magical booster candles poured as well. So I've got the money jar spell kit coming, the happy home and hearth jar spell kit coming, and then the magical booster jar spell kit coming. So the jar's a little bit bigger than this, um, but yes, uh, but you can shake it up. And if I'm doing really powerful rituals, I will have this on my altar with whatever spell I'm doing. So it moves around a lot with me. And if I'm traveling and I feel like I want to keep the magic with me, I keep, of course, my cards and my jar. They go together with me. So that, my friends, is the point behind the jar spells. So I promised I would get to the end and answer the question after I gave way too much information that you probably didn't care about. But um, yes, so that is what you can do with your jar. So it really just depends on what kind of spell that you're doing. If you want to bury it, like if you're doing a jar spell, let's say for a new job, you could probably bury that one in the front yard. Um, or you know what? Maybe you wouldn't bury it quite yet. Maybe you would keep that jar around and use it as a reminder, like shake it up as you're filling out applications. Shake it up before you go to do the interview. Um, if you decide to do a confidence boosting spell before you go do your job interview, and you'll have that spell sitting, that your spell jar sitting right there on your altar as you're doing your confidence booster to go do um, the job interview, right? Like it really just depends on what you want to do and what you want to use it for. You could do a jar spell for sleep. That one I probably wouldn't bury. I would keep it in my bedroom, and then I would probably take it outside and charge it. Uh, during the full moon and the new moon. I would go charge them up outside, you know, um, and then I would, keep it on your nightstand or under your pillow or something like that. Um, so it just really is whatever the intention you're setting is, and that's what you keep it. Does the energy pass through the glass? Yeah, yeah. So I can't tell you, like, I've tried and tried and tried and researched about the metaphysical properties of glass. And the only thing that I can really find is that it's almost like quartz, that it's like an amplifier. But yeah, it does allow the energy to pass through as well. Um, but there's not a whole lot of information on the metaphysical properties of glass. Because, for a long time, for several years, um, since me and my fiance have been together, we find broken glass all over the place and nothing is broke. It's the weirdest thing. At my old house that I sold, we found two or three times some broken glass and nothing had broken there. Then we started finding broken glass at his house. When we sold my house, we were living at his house for a while. I started finding broken glass around his house. Then we moved to the new house that we bought, and we started finding broken glass. And we are constantly finding broken glass in the yard, which is why baby girl can't go outside without her shoes on. We do not walk around barefooted because there was one day, there was like a patch by our front door. It was probably, I don't know, 5 foot by 5 foot area. Me and my sister went through and we picked up like handfuls of glass, right? And it was clear. It was clean, checked through everything, clear. He found more glass just this past weekend. I mean, and that was months ago. And now there's even more glass. So I don't know why all this broken glass is everywhere, but I have researched and researched to try to figure it out. And I don't know why. Nobody can tell me. I've asked and asked and asked. Um, it's really confusing. He even went so far as to he was drinking out of his coffee cup one morning and something went into his mouth and there was a piece of broken glass that was in his coffee cup. Now, this was a stainless steel coffee cup. It was a travel mug, and he had just made the coffee before he left, and he had just rinsed the cup out. So, it had some from like, I guess the night before or whatever, and he had rinsed it out and then made a fresh thing. And then he got in the car and he was going down the road and there broken glass and in his coffee cup. It's the weirdest thing. We haven't quite figured it out. If anybody get any feels on that and wants to share, I would love to know. Just message me. Yeah, he was okay, because he was like, "Oh, that's not right," and he spit it out, and he was like, "That's glass," and he instantly took a picture of it, sent it to me, and then it was calling me, and he was like, "What the crap is going on?" It's like, we still haven't figured it out. It's been going on for years. So I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. But yeah, he was fine, thankfully. I'm glad he didn't swallow it. That would have been bad, really bad. All right, you guys. Well, I am glad that I'm here and came on, and thank you all for being with me. We're coming up on an hour and a half now, so I am going to call it a night. But I will try to get on and remember. I might do it when we get off of here because otherwise I'll forget. To go post these cards, the witchlings, on Pinterest. So just go to Pinterest and search for the Witch Source. We're on there as well, and I might do it under. So on my personal one, I have it saved under Magical Mindset. So I'll probably put it as the same thing over on Pinterest. It's just magical mindset and then post these. It's just a picture and a little phrase. Um, but I think they help to keep you magical in your mind and like reset your brain. And I just think it'd be cute to like to pull one every morning or even for a week. Like if you focus on one for like a week and just like saved it as your background on your phone or something. You could do that and it would be cool. Oh, I will show you really quick before I get off. Um, I think I still have the picture from that spell work from that jar I was just showing you guys. If I can find it really fast, I'll show you. Oh, here it is. It was really pretty too. So maybe you guys can kind of see. But there's all my herbs and my glitter, my crystals, and my candles all wrapped together. And then all of that and the spell remnants ended up going into my jar. So if you guys ever wonder if we use our own products for ritual, we definitely do, because they're all here. Yeah, check that out. I hope you guys can see this. It was really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. Anyway, and then I took a video of it burning because it was really cool. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So here's the ending, like right before it went out. And then I took some videos. And then I pulled some cards. So there's me pulling my cards. Pulled a bunch of cards. But yeah, it was a really powerful night. And so your jar is a great reminder of the magic you did and the ritual you did and the power you felt, and it's just that reminder, right? Like it's the same thing as like keeping your magical journal. It's what I always say, keep the magical journal so you can go back and have that uplifting experience of reading about all the magic that you did and how awesome it was and feeling reconnected. That's what your jar does. It can be that reminder. So thank you, Erin. You always just know what to say. So you helped me remember my magical booster jar, and then I just need to shake it up. And yeah, I think I'm gonna charge it up and stay magical, right? Like that's what I always say. And we're human, so sometimes it's hard. And life happens. We get sick, and things come at us from different directions sometimes, and we're caught off guard. And hey, Pamela, and we have to, pick ourselves back up. And it's good to have the reminders of that we're not alone and we are powerful. And we have our magic we can go to. Yeah, thank you, Erin. I appreciate it. Oh, good. Well, I hope I fully answered your question, Erin. I'm sure I answered it and then some, but if I missed anything, just let me know. But yeah, that's what it's all about. Oh, so like some people do like protection jars as well, and they'll put excuse me, like nails and like sharp objects, and it's supposed to help keep the negative energy out. Uh, some people think that it traps the negative energy, so you could bury it again by your front door, your back door, whatever the door you most use. And it's supposed to like trap that negative energy before it comes in, and it gets stuck. Oh, look, there's a sage leaf in there. That's cool. I didn't even see that before. No, I didn't put nails in yours because yours wasn't a protection jar. I put I'm trying to remember, Aaron. That was a very long time ago. I think it No, Aaron, I don't think it was protection. No, I didn't put nails in yours. Yours was not for protection. Yours was for it was supposed to be uplifting and boosting for you, and there were certain things that you were wanting to manifest. Um, and a new place to live was one of them. I remember that. So, um, but yeah, it was a to help you manifest, but also help you uplift and like get tapped into your magic and your strength and your magic. So keep that jar closed and shake it up and go charge it out. Like go put it out under the full moon, during the full moon. And you guys, you don't have to charge stuff overnight. You really don't. Like even if you're charging your crystals and stuff in the sun, you only need about 30 minutes to an hour. And same thing with like if you're charging stuff in the full moon. Um, you don't need like a whole lot of you don't have to leave it out overnight, especially if some people that doesn't work. And even like some crystals you don't want to leave out overnight, right? Because the dew will make them wet and they can break down. So it's not good for them to stay out overnight. So you can definitely put stuff on the windowsill even. Um, but yeah, you could put it outside for like 30 minutes or an hour. Um, get it charged. Yeah, yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. It's always at your desk. So yeah, have it around when you go and do your spell work or your rituals. Um, Shake it up in the mornings. You could shake it up before you do your meditations, or your any kind of like manifesting work. But yeah, that's what they're for. All right, you guys. But yeah, yours, Aaron, is just like mine. Um, I didn't actually intend when I did yours, Aaron, to make it a jar spell, but I did jar up all the remnants from your spell, just like this one. When I did this particular spell, I did not have it in mind to be a jar spell, but then something said, no, put all of the remnants in the jar, just like with yours. I was told, no, put all the remnants in the jar. So that's what I did. Um, and this was just the one that I had on hand. And now I have it when I need it. I can shake it up. So very cool. All right, you guys, I'm just rambling at this point. So I am. Oh, good, good. Uh, all right. Awesome, you guys. All right, so that's it for me. I hope everybody has a wonderful, magical weekend. And don't forget, we've got just one more week of this post shadow, Mercury retrograde post shadow. So hopefully by next Friday, everybody's feeling back to normal. This is weird. We've been talking for an hour and a half with no problems. Okay. Go take that as my sign to hop off. Oh, thank you. Yes. So much love and light to you all as well. Thank you for being here. And I will be back on Monday. So I will see you guys then because I'm still choking. Thank you for being here. See you next time. Yeah, Aaron, it's killer. Like, what the crap? Just came on out of nowhere. So, okay. See you guys soon. Stay magical. Try your best. One more week. It'll get better. It'll get better. Bye, guys.